So yeah, it is 2023 now.
Indeed. Indeed it is.
The time is going by.
Time, Dr. Freeman. Is it really that time again?
It's that time again.
Well,
I intentionally wait up to the thing, listening to the TacovilleMC Midnights thing. Listen, I'm a massive Swiftie. I'm addicted.
Swift. You need to stop injecting yourself with Swift. It's a bad drug.
Yes. Yeah, it really makes it sound like a drug.
So, it's finally over. 2022.
So this is... Alright, so I'd say, like, without a doubt, the biggest thing that happened this year was the Ukraine war. Like, that is... I don't even think there's really much of a question about it.
Yeah, that's, like, everything else is just kind of mid. Like, obviously, the Queen is probably... The Queen dying was, like, a big event, but we all know that's gonna happen.
I mean, like, yeah, we do all know that that's, like, a harbinger of the end times and such, but I think that's something that we've kind of already assumed for a while now, so that's just confirming pre-existing suspicions. But, yeah, it's just, like, the whole Ukraine war, this is something that's just going to change the world on a fundamental level.
Yeah, the geopolitical situation.
Yeah, like... Yeah, like... It's not like people are going to say that the end of the Great Depression was the biggest thing to happen in, like, the 1940s, where it's like, yeah, it's certainly something that happened, but definitely doesn't even come close to being the biggest. Wow, I am doing piss garbage. So yeah, this has been a year. Like... Yeah, there was someone I was watching, I think it was the, I forget what it's called, Ordinary Things, I think. He was talking about, it's like, the whole quote where there are decades where nothing happens, and then there are weeks where decades happen, and then this year was comprised of nothing but those weeks. And I feel like that just sums up perfectly, where it's like this year
just like nothing else is gonna happen for like the next century. Like
seriously, because just like just time itself is gonna be so burned out from these past couple of years, where it's like it just wouldn't freaking calm down. So, what are your predictions for this next year?
Predictions?
Actually, well, first, did you have any predictions last year?
Well, obviously, I mean, I was looking... I mean, I didn't really have predictions, but, like, the whole Ukraine war was really... I mean, I was sort of suspecting it with, like, the troop formations with, like, during, like, January, February.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting it to be something on this scale where it's, like...
Yeah, I didn't expect...
I was honestly slightly pessimistic about where it's, like, it's gonna be something where, like, Russia would just come in and steamroll them and whatever. Because, like, yeah, I was honestly, I have to admit, I was kind of uninformed about how crap Russia's military was. Like, I've long been recovered from when I was a commie boo, but, yeah, I was at one point, I'll admit. Okay, you're the one who got me into it, though.
Hey, we don't talk about that.
We don't need to talk about that. That was embarrassing for both of us.
I got a new sniper.
Oh, what is it?
N1903.
Oh, the Barrett? Nice. Oh, no, not the Barrett. The World War II one.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I was still under the impression that the Russian military is at least slightly competent, which it turns out they are not.
I mean, I would honestly suspect that Russia would be suffering this amount if they're going full fighting against like a full NATO, because we do have like the technological supremacy. I was aware of that, but I wasn't aware of like their
how they would just utterly
horribly corrupt
collapse. Like, I was aware they were corrupt, but oh my gosh, this makes it look worse than like Venezuela, where it's like like this isn't just like corruption rooting at the core. This is just like immediately wetting the bed and dying within minutes of the invasion. Where it's like,
yeah, my predictions now. Wait, did you have predictions?
I think I had some, but like, I honestly felt like I really had no idea where the world was going to go just because the past couple years have been so chaotic where it's like, I had predictions, but they were kind of ones that was just tossing out there. I didn't really feel too strongly about any of them. This is just like...
yeah. My predictions now would be... I would honestly suspect that the collapse of the Ayatollah regime in Iran.
Yeah, that is something that I'm half predicting, half hoping.
Unless they're, unless they, like, absolutely slaughter thousands of civilians, thousands of millions, I'm not giving them any advice.
Yeah, but, like, even at that point, like, if it gets to the point where it's, like, thousands or tens of thousands, that's honestly something where I think, like, the UN would have to intervene, where it's, like... Yeah, I did pretty good that round. Like, I started crap, but turned it way around really fast. Yeah, like, the one thing that I did predict that I was pleasantly surprised... Like, I did not predict, like, how Trump kind of had, like, a massive fall-off and how influential he was.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that, like, he was probably gonna lose some influence due to, like, all the stuff being brought against him.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm glad that, like, there will be charges placed on him.
Yeah. Like, obviously it won't be as much as I'd hope, but, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably actually prevent him from running for president. So...
Yeah.
So we either have to do, either the Republicans have to step up their game, or Biden has to screw up really badly.
Yeah. Well, and it's also, like, there's also, like, a lot of Republicans that don't support him anymore, which is really the thing where it's, like, no matter how unified, like, the outside is against you, like, if your entire group is united with a leader, that leader's gonna find a way to stick around if that group has anything of substantial scale. But, yeah, like, that's the thing is, like, they're not unified around him anymore. There are a lot of them.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say been disillusioned, but have been... Oh, I got him!
Hey, rude.
But... I nearly got my face torn off after I did that, if it makes you feel any better.
Yeah, I saw. My current predictions would be, one, obviously the Iranians would fall. Two, the Russians. I mean, there's definitely no proof that I would have, but like the Russians would definitely have to like have some sort of shift towards peace.
They're not going to be able to last a full year. Yeah, they're not going to be able to last a full year in this conflict. Like that's something that they're just incapable
unless like
of doing
China gets involved on Russia's side, there's no hope for Russia.
In which case, that is such an unbelievable escalation. I don't even think we can begin to predict what would happen then.
Yeah.
Like obviously that'd be like.
I feel like it's definitely possible that Ukraine will definitely get back Crimea.
Yeah, that is definitely because like. We've seen, like, after, like, they had all those river landings and stuff, like, they're capable of pulling off an amphibious invasion, and we've seen how just pathetic the Russian defenses at Crimea are.
Yeah. I mean, sure, it's like technically it's like just a peninsula, and it's, like, barely covered by land, but, like, all the water there is very shallow.
Yeah, and, like, it's not like the Russian Navy is anything to speak of. Like, it's definitely a thing, but it's nothing to write home about.
If I want to see the Ukrainians win, though, well, yeah, I do, but, like, if they want to win, they have to, like, divide the Russians.
Yeah. Well, like, that's something where I think, like, they're being successful in that, and, like, also the Russians are pretty much doing that themselves.
In general, The best way to defeat Russia is to divide Russia. That's
Yeah.
what the Kaiser did. That's what the Mongols did.
Yeah.
That's how you do that.
Yeah. And then there's also the thing where it's like people are talking about how like NATO needs to keep up aid to Ukraine, and like that's something that we definitely need to do and like probably increase it, which is why I'm glad the US is like looking at sending Bradleys. But I'm also optimistic because I'm seeing like Ukraine is like they're starting to ramp up the stuff that they're building domestically, where it's like,
yeah,
I do think like they'll be able to like as far as like basic things like standard like artillery munitions stuff like that, they'll be able to decrease their reliance on, so NATO can focus on sending like more advanced weaponry and like getting Ukrainians trained for like the maintenance and operation of like, oh come on, like Abrams for example, which would be an absolute game changer.
yeah.
Because like both sides in Russia are using like fairly light tanks. Because like the T-72, it's like it's not a bad tank per se. Like we know that it doesn't have Russian maintenance standards, but it's not like it's a fairly light tank in the grand scheme of tanks. The Abrams, however, is like the opposite. It's probably like the closest thing that the world has to like a full-scale heavy tank right now. Just like, you know, just like full depleted uranium armor, all that stuff where it's like it's a heavy. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah.
If there is a piece, I want the piece where Ukraine gets all their 2014 land back.
And Russia has to pay to rebuild Ukraine.
Pay to rebuild Ukraine. Definitely basically what they do for like the crimes against humanity, like abducting children and like taking them to Russia for reciprocation, like take them back.
Yeah, and also
like,
I think like
Russia
I think
loses access to the Black Sea.
Yeah, and I think what would have to happen is like I don't think we'd be able to like take out the oligarchy because it's just too ingrained in Russian society, at least right now, for us to do without like having like a full-scale NATO invasion and occupation of Russia, which would be such a monumentally difficult task. But yeah, but I think if we could like get the oligarchy to like be bent more towards
the West,
like Western influence, or at least like not fully surrendering to the West per se, but like
I mean, at least not trying to kill everyone.
Yeah, and like pretty much like make it so they can't influence the West anymore.
Also, like completely disarm their nuclear weapons.
Yeah, that definitely.
I mean,
do they still have any? Is the question. Like, look at their maintenance standards. It's like you really start to wonder.
Yeah. How is it like if they launched a nuke, it just like flies into Moscow?
Because like even if they have nuclear weapons right now, like their military budget is just hitting the floor due to their economy just collapsing.
Yeah.
Like I really think they might just like stop maintaining them and just calling the bluff that they still have them when they're in reality just sending all the funds to try and somehow salvage their military.
I'd feel like an average Rise of Nations player would be a lot better prepared than what Putin did.
I mean, at least they play. At least they try.
Yeah.
It's like. Also, did you see the rumor that Putin started the war due to tripping on drugs?
No, I did not. That honestly just makes sense.
Yeah, because like you have like an egotistical, powerful person does a bump or two, or a line or whatever, and then he's like, "Hey, you know what? This group of people I hate, I'm gonna screw them up." And then he does, and then by the time he's on high, it's too late for him to take it back without ruining his credibility. So.
Boys, my mistake.
Yeah, and like that's the hole he's dug himself into. Is like he can't back out, otherwise it's his neck on the line.
I I want to see a democratic Russia.
Yeah, and that's not something that I think is entirely likely soon, unless, and this is like the big unless, like if we start to see like mass organized resistance within Russia.
Yeah.
Then that could be what changes it. But that's something where, like, even if like the Russian populace becomes opposed to Putin, I'm not sure that's something we'll quite see because there's still so much of their culture just ingrained in like
it's even in their like family structure too.
Yeah, and just like they've been brought up on so much propaganda for a long time. I'm not sure that it'd be entirely possible. It's like really the best option is like it's not get them sympathetic towards us, but just make them tired of Putin.
Yeah. Make them tired of Putin, make them like, oh, we won't want to harm you. I like, the entire point of NATO is not to invade Russia.
Yeah.
It's to literally say, oh, we're trying to defend against you. We don't...
Yeah.
I mean, I get why you'd be expanding, but like, no, we don't want to die.
Yeah. Also, another prediction, Serbia takes one too many shots, tries to invade Kosovo, gets their face rolled in.
Serbia basically just commits a little bit of too much war crimes. That's just normal Serbia, let's be honest.
Yeah, well, do you think they get the chance to before NATO just rolls up and knocks their teeth in? Is the question.
I think they probably will. I mean, like, there will be definitely a lot of deaths involved. I mean,
yeah, that's the unfortunate reality of war. Is like, as much as like we talk about, is like, oh yeah, rolling up, kicking their teeth, and whatever. Like, a bunch of people are still gonna die.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't.
Obviously, since Serbia's like that small and it's like is basically encircled by NATO members.
Yeah, I really do think that it would be very light as far as NATO deaths.
Yeah, like
just like
maybe,
and like it would be very tragic, but I do think that's something that like would sadly be in some ways necessarily eventually, just because like Serbia, like everyone I've ever known from there has a massive ego about their country and is honestly super racist and nationalistic, and obviously
big
this
ego,
isn't
small country. Am I right?
Obviously, this isn't every Serbian, but like, yeah, like just.
We all know what.
It's another thing similar to Russia, where it's like just their culture's been brought up on this way of thinking for so long, where it's like just second nature to a lot of them. Yeah, it's just like wow, that's some big propaganda. Compensating for something?
Exactly. I mean, if you're a leader, I mean, obviously there's going to be no way. There is always going to be propaganda.
Yeah. Ayo, gotcha.
There's always going to be propaganda. You can't stop that, like. But like, there's always dependent on the person who is behind the propaganda, like. For example, you can have like the most kindest person running for office and they still have like anti-antagonist propaganda.
Yeah. And anti-antagonist or antagonist?
Antagonist. Ow.
Okay. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Yeah, I think that's another thing is like we're just gonna keep seeing like it's... I don't know. I'm thinking like it could go one of two ways. We could like continue to see the general trend that we've seen of like just like populism and like the old way of like political thinking, like just shifting towards just like sound bites and populism. Or I think there is a chance that we could see like it changing back towards like a restabilization of the old guard, not necessarily in the sense of like old political parties and ideals, but like stuff becoming less volatile and more like there's something that I've noticed where it's like while soundbite politics, it's really easy for them to gain like big attention and big political gains in the short term. Like still in the end, like the old guard is the one cemented in place and knows how the system works, so they'll always find a way to come out on top, at least usually.
Yeah.
And that's one of the examples that I'm thinking of for that is like the whole thing with like Trump, where it's like even though he was like a political juggernaut for a while, like he just pushed, like he just changed things too much, and then he got penance for it, where like he got impeached, he's getting convicted, all this stuff that like yes, it should happen, but like eventually finally came about because he just like pushed things too far. Yeah. Yeah, I love the wall bang on this gun. It is so good. How are you doing? No.
Not terrible, but could be better.
Yeah, the thing I love about armor piercing is like it doesn't do quite as much damage, but you're able to start doing damage before the other person is.
Sometimes it's
a tad risky, but I really like it. Yeah, like I can't stand hollow point because like you just can't get any penetration. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Ooh, 10 difference. Nice. Oh, you did 63.
Oh, so close, yet so far. Oh. Yeah, that's the,
Yeah.
Oh, I got another countdown. Wait, oh, it removed my previous countdown, though. Like, does it just update the same one every year?
I honestly don't know. Wait.
That'd be cool if they gave you, like, a new one every year. Because, like, for, like, the whole Christmas thing, I got, like, the holiday tea, I got the candy cane, the sleigh bells, got me the icicle. That's a cool one. I like the icicle. Got the present. Yeah.
I haven't been playing a lot of PF recently, like ever since like September or sometime around October. Yeah, it was definitely September, but I stopped playing because I just got burnt out.
Yeah, I stopped for a little while too.
I want to get better. I mean, I have gotten to like 50 plus kill games. I mean, I think the big reason why I was burnt out was because I was listening to like a 21-hour video on Berserk at the same time playing Phantom Forces.
Yeah, and that's probably like the reason why I was able to not get burnt out as much as did it in smaller tidbits, because this year I figured out how to actually have a life for once, which is probably shocking to everyone listening to this, but yeah. I had a job, I had I started like flight training and stuff, I had a girlfriend for a while. That was cool. It was a fun year. Figured out how not suck at life.
I still need to do a little bit of work on my life skills.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm planning on getting a job in Hy-Vee.
Oh, Hy-Vee.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm going for the
it's better than fair.
What?
Nice. Don't dox yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, better than the working at like Fairway or whatever, at least.
Fairway. No one likes Fairway.
Yeah. For those of you guys watching, Hy-Vee is not a great
I'd still shop at
grocery
Walmart
store?
anytime.
Like, I shop at either. Like, it's... Oh my gosh, why am I so bad? Oh my gosh, what just happened? I think I just forgot how to aim. How does this person with 1 kill have over 1,000?
It's probably been just getting the points. Crap.
Poke, poke. Oh my gosh, did I just forget how to aim? There we go. Alright. Hopefully that breaks that curse.
What a great what a great Lee Harvey Oswald you are.
I suck at this. How do I forget how to aim? This is hilarious. Oh my god. Oh, that is crazy.
I was thinking, but like, I'm planning on getting a job so I can just get like, I can spend stuff online now. Like,
yeah. That's like this year, like, instead of having to like rely on like glitches and stuff to avoid ads, whatever, I was like, not just screw it. Like, I'll buy Spotify Premium. I'll buy 200 gigabytes of storage space on Google Plus. I've got the money for it. Why bother?
Yeah.
And honestly, like, Spotify Premium, oh my gosh,
yeah, I mean,
I hate to say this, but it was worth it for me. I'd spend so much effort just trying to like doing the whole like every time an ad comes on. Okay, for those of you without Spotify Premium, whenever an ad comes on, this at least works on Android. Not sure if it works or not on Apple. Might as well give it a go. Whenever an ad comes on, don't pause it, but close the app, and then once you reopen the app, it should have skipped the ad. And if nothing else works, just like play a different playlist and then go back to that playlist.
I just power through it like, anyway. I mean, it's something
yeah,
to listen to.
Or you could do that.
Like, that's what I've been doing. I mean, I really wish YouTube had like an hour thing, because I would probably already got like a few thousand hours already on it. I mean, it kind of does with like mobile, but like, it doesn't show like your total amount of hours. Yeah, I think that's only something that they have for like parental controls and stuff like that, where it's like, I don't want parental controls, I'm just curious. Yeah. I want to see how bad my life sucks. Yeah. I want to have a metric to judge how much of a life I don't have. Exactly. Oh my gosh, why am I so bad at aiming all of a sudden? How the heck am I first on our team? Our team must suck. Oh my gosh. You probably have you been getting the points? No, I haven't capped a single point. Yeah. Yeah, like whenever, like I'm good enough where it's like I'm able to, like, relatively consistently. Why am I the highest? Not like every other round or anything like that, but like about every day I play, I'll have like, you know, like 1, maybe 2 rounds where I get first on team, but that's never a good sign for the team I'm playing. Like, aside from like a couple rounds that I have every now and then where I suddenly become crazy good for like 5 minutes and then go back to sucking. Yeah, I don't know. What's predictions? I honestly forgot where I was going with that, like halfway through. What's predictions on your life gonna happen? Ow. Well, hopefully, I think this next year I'm gonna get my, there's less of a prediction, more of a goal, but I think I'm gonna be able to get my private pilot's license. Nice. Because I take the written test in May, and then after that it's just getting enough flight hours, which should be relatively easy. So. I want to, I mean, probably gonna just go, like, finish all the SAT, all that stuff, SAT preset, or whatever. Blah. Yeah, just get all the standardized testing taken care of. All the stupid standardized testing, all the, I don't get why we have to do that. It's honestly so stupid. And we have to pay for it. Yeah, it could definitely be a lot better. Like I hate the way the system is set up, but I do understand why we have this system in the first place. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely agree that, like,
just because this is the system we need doesn't mean this system needs to be this way. Oh my gosh, you did bad that round.
Yeah. There's a lot of bad crap happening in chat.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm just gonna, let's see, where is it? Ooh. Yep, there we go. Turn chat off. I feel mentally healthier already.
Mental health. Slay.
Dude, mental health. Get it. Mental health. Have some. Let's see, Tech 20, let's try this back there. I'm gonna do a...
I'm still keeping the chat on because it's hilarious.
Okay, yeah, I kind of want to go back now to see what's going on. You need to help operate liberal and mosquito.
What the fuck? Alright, give me a moment. I need to...
I don't want... Like, usually I assume that I know what the final word in Mac and is, but considering it was 3 letters, I'm not sure I want to know. Bree Davenport. Are these, like, children talking about someone at their school? Because it sounds like they're children talking about someone at their school. Oh my gosh. Okay, I talked about having a life, and then I'm on here at New Year's. I still definitely have a long way to go to get having a life. You know what? Screw it. Thomas, this... Wait, are you there? Bro, he just left me. He's still on call, but I think he just went AFK for something.
No, I was...
Oh, you're still right there.
Yeah, I was still here. I was just laughing as hell.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think that'll probably be my big goal for this next year is like this upcoming school year, I'm gonna be a senior. Like, I'm gonna at least try and do like, like regular high school stuff. Like,
yeah.
I've already done like prom and stuff, but I'm thinking like try and like, really get into it. Because like
doing good.
Homecoming I went to, that was like me, you, and
your
girlfriend at the time. Yeah. And like we just left because like it was so boring. Well, that was kind of on the fault of the school. That was the school's fault. It was boring. The music sucked. The whole thing was just it was just lame.
Yeah.
It's literally just like they had nothing, but just like showed you like, okay, here's the gym, like a couple speakers with just the most boring default party music you could think of. Like you can have like basic, like typical party music and have it still be good party music. Like a lot of the times it's like just because it's like really popular and like used all the time, like that's usually at least like a somewhat good sign of being like at least half decent party music.
Sounds like someone's the main character of the simulation and they just got like really bad RNG, so they got really terrible default stats for their homecoming thing.
Yeah. Wait, what?
What?
Wait, describe that to me again.
So like, someone in the simulation someone is like the main character or whatnot. They just pulled really bad RNG on their homecoming thing.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it could have been worse. There are always ways these things can get worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just end up leaving. Like we just like got a pizza and stuff.
Yeah.
At my house. Oh, that was pretty fun.
That was a nice night.
Yeah, you were dripped out of your mind. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Your outfit was fire
as hell. Like,
yes, absolutely.
The leather trench coat.
Leather trench. Oh my gosh, you're like yeah. We're walking back home in the dark, and it's like we did not need to worry about like being kidnapped or anything, because you looked like the type of person who would be the one to kidnap.
Hey, I'm doing the one that's kidnapping here.
Yeah, just like, oh my gosh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Like, I've still had like a decent bit of a life recently. Like, went to dancing a couple days ago. That's fun. My throat still hurts from that. Oh my gosh. Like when you get blank space playing on the speaker and me and the boys are around, you know I'm gonna just be screaming that out. Oh my gosh, that's not. Taylor Swift music is good, okay? Like it. Like even if you're not a fan of it, you have to admit that like it's of good quality. It's of good quality. Yeah.
My goal for 2023. Get life.
Yeah.
Not wife, get life.
Yeah, like
definitely get like my grades are doing very well.
Yeah, mine are not, but that's also because
well, one, you're not really built for pre-calculus.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And also it's like I accidentally set up myself this year to have an insanely difficult year as far as classes, like
yeah.
Like multiple AP classes, multiple college classes outside of the AP classes. But yeah. I'm honestly surprised if you've even made it this far, but yeah. I'll be dropping one of those college classes and...
Definitely pre-calc.
Yeah, definitely pre-calc. It's like, I didn't need that one. I don't know why I signed up for it.
For the funny.
Like, it's like one of the hardest classes there, and I didn't need it. Why did I take it?
I mean, the entire reason why I'm actually doing well on it is, well, one, I got really good on the complex numbers.
Yeah, like that's the thing is like I fell behind at like the worst time, and like with the teacher that I have, like you fall behind.
You're screwed.
Rest in peace. Yeah, you're screwed.
I mean, I wasn't really falling behind. I was just there at school, not like actually present, just there.
Yeah. All right. So, with all of this said, let's look back on good things that happened. What was your biggest achievement of this year, you'd say?
Well, this hunk of junk. My PC.
What? Ah, yes. Oh, I forgot to mention that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we both got really good computers this year, so now we're able to record stuff without it sucking.
Yeah. Crap. Getting an A. I mean, one really good thing happened. Getting an A in at A push. Like, you have Snyder, right?
Yeah.
She has like this grading system there is just terrible. Like
it is if you miss one assignment, you get an F in the entire class for the entire year. If you miss one single solitary assignment.
I mean, mine was like much more better in terms of grading.
Thomas, if you're using words like much more better, I think I know why you're struggling in that class.
No, it's a geography class, not an English class. English is my first language and I suck.
Yeah, English is my second language, I don't have a first.
English is my language, is not my language.
England is my country. Oh, I ranked up. That's cool. Oh, voice crack. Fantastic. I got the jury.
Not the executioner.
Man.
Well,
yeah. Well, it's been a fun year. I've had fun. You've had fun. We've been balling. Coolio.
I've been seeing Stalin.
Why?
You've been balling. I've been balling. I've seen Stalin.
Okay.
Losing his balling.
Yeah. Well,
a lot of controversies happened.
Yeah. Well, I gotta head out, but I'll see you around.
Yeah. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.